Hell yeah, brother. You're on the Cleetus McFarland YouTube channel.
Month of Freedom.
Ladies and gentlemen, the rain has subsided. We're about to bomb to the Freedom Factory and show you guys what's up with the drainage. I wanted to wait and do this video until we at least got a good bit of rain. So all last week it rained. Last night we had some heavy rain. So you gotta let it, rain for a couple days because it kind of soaks into the ground the first round. And then we got some more heavy rain after that. So, and I've been keeping a tight eye on the place, but I've noticed some problems. I've noticed some good, some bad. We're gonna go out there today. I'll show you exactly what we're dealing with. Can we get some rev limiter? Goodness gracious. Yeah, it was definitely really wet out here. Guys at the drag strip are working away. I think the way we'll start this video out is we'll go straight to the track, and then we'll come back up front and I'll show you guys in the front breezeway the drainage up there. But we gotta start with the most important part, and that is the circle track. Yeah, it's okay, so we got a little bit of floodage right here. Not sweating that though. It's just the grade of the concrete. It's trying to get the water into the grass. It's a little low right there. Let's get old Red through it. Give us a representative. Yeah, it's not too deep.
No.
Just a little bit.
Not terrible.
No big deal. Everything else is pretty good. Not too shabby. Obviously the Crown Vics are draining perfectly because, best car ever made. Don't gotta worry about those. Like I said, we got a ton of rain, but when it turns up, dude, I'm a little worried about it. I don't lose sleep over a lot of things, but this drainage just got me freaking out. This looks pretty damn good. So I'll tell you what, we got a couple problem spots. We really only have one bad spot in the grass. If you look, it's right here. So we just have a low spot right here, but fortunately, since we've gotten a bunch of rain before, the next day it actually clears out super quick. So the grass has had no issue with it. It just kind of all piled up right here, but it'll go right away after a day or so. Definitely not ideal, but we only eyeballed the dirt underneath this, but it's not like we graded all this using GPS over here. We just eyeballed this dirt work and tried to make it drain, but it is actually draining. It just is a little bit slower right here. You can kind of see it making its way towards our drain over here. Definitely not stoked about this, but it hasn't turned out to be a problem that's worth doing anything about so far. I don't know if it could kill the grass if it gets bad enough. I know this place used to flood to where this entire grass field was underwater, so I think we're doing better. And I know there used to be a lot of buildup in the shoulder, and there's no more buildup in the shoulder. So if this is the only grass spot that's flooded, then I'm happy. It's like you can't have a place this big just have absolutely perfect drainage after, we did this all in a week. So, but I want to walk over this drain real quick. We'll take a gander at the drain, see how she's looking, because if your drains aren't working, then you got bigger problems. All this grass is nice and drained out though. Yep. So if we had a drainage problem, this thing would be full, but this thing, it's draining. It's just the problem is we're not getting that water to the drain. There's nothing we can do about it now unless we tore up the grass. So maybe one day, if we have something really terrible happen to the grass right there, we'll tear it up and just raise it a little bit, but it's no big deal. The grass will survive. It's super tough grass. At least she's empty. Could be a lot worse. Could be full.
Yeah.
This section, dude, obviously much smaller than this one, but we nailed it over here. There's no drainage issue to be found in this spot, nor the one on the other side of the pad. It's really easy in times like these, moments like these, to focus on all the negatives, all the drainage issue spots, but look at this. There's not a puddle on the damn track. Do you see a puddle? Pretty freaking good. So you gotta focus on the good stuff too. You gotta focus on the positive stuff. But now I'm gonna take you over to Lake Freedom Factory, which is our primary issue. Lake Freedom Factory was formed last week. The back of the burnout pad. If you guys remember, we sloped the entire burnout pad to the south. It's actually a full 12 inches higher on the north side than it is on the south side. I don't know if everything just got kind of lazy at the end. But if you remember, we had a couple trucks left over, concrete trucks, full concrete trucks that we took out back and poured the concrete pad for Alex trailer that he's gonna have back there. Well, I think I found where those trucks were supposed to go, because we have a low spot back here. It's at least an inch thick of water right at the back, and it almost is making like a bowl effect right here. Now the good news is it does drain, it just takes a little bit. Like, it does drain. It just kind of takes about half a day to get this water off. So I talked to RG and Nick from 316 Speed. I was like, what can we do about this? They were like, well, there's a couple options. We can add in those kind of longer drains and just run a drain over to that drainage box, or we could just put some small drains. It's actually a pretty easy fix. You just have to drill a hole through and then shoot a missile drain over to our drain box, which would be a couple $1,000 bucks, but probably be very worth it just to get rid of Lake Freedom Factory. Alec, why don't you drive through it just so they can see how deep it is in some spots. I know it looks bad, but it's really not as bad as you might think. Yep. We goofed up, boys. I think we can actually wakeboard that. I know people are gonna give us some help for this.
Yeah.
Because we did it ourselves, and then we ended up making our own problem. But it is what it is, boys. I promise you, every single construction site in the history of ever has its own problems. So it's a 42,000 square foot pad. We nailed every single part of it, but the very end. So we gotta fix it. We gotta put some drains in. Hopefully not a huge deal, and we'll get it fixed from there. There's a water burnout. Oh, yeah, brother. Hey, that drain box is good. I'm gonna check this one over here real quick. That thing is draining perfectly. And then clearly the one on the end is working, because that whole section is completely dry. And according to the old owner, this side of the track was the worst of it all, so that's good. Could be worse. The circle track isn't flooding. The burnout pad is a little bit. Yeah, we're in pretty good shape. If that's the only two issues we have, I'd say we're in damn good shape for all the change we made in 1 week.
And only this many problems.
With barely any calculations. So I'd say we did pretty good. Dude, look at that. Not a drop of water built up in the shoulder. I'm proud of that. Oh, the rain's picking up, dude. Okay, guys, the rain's picking up, so I gotta make this quick. Empty drain box, empty drain box, empty drain box. We're looking good. Really no standing water in here, a couple puddles, nothing horrible. I was a little worried about this one for sure, but she's doing great.
This one's empty.
That thing's killing it, even with all those weeds and crap in there. It's doing pretty dang good. How's our drain pipe doing over here? Oh yeah, dude. We are money with that. It's flowing. I think back here looks pretty good. We haven't had any water like running into the shops or anything like that. We're in pretty good shape. Oh yeah, we're Gucci, brother. We're looking good. It's getting bad, dude. Oh man.
Dang.
All right, guys, that's it for the drainage report at the Freedom Factory. I know we have some problems with Lake Freedom Factory and all, but we have a plan to fix it. We're gonna toss some drains in that unit. There's no getting rid of that bowl shape on the end there without a lot of grinding, so we'll toss the drains in. think it'll be good to go. All right, guys, I'm heading up to the shop to meet up with James and Coop, but that is it for now. Thanks for watching. Do it for Dale. We'll freaking see you later. That's another Freedom Factory update for you. Live action.